Evidence just uncovered by the Center for Media and Democracy shows Republican leadership is still working on legislation to effectively gut the state's open records law. When such legislation was first introduced in July, there was strong bipartisan pushback, followed by a promise from Assembly Speaker Robin Vos that the legislation would be abandoned. With this new discovery, good government groups and the Wisconsin Freedom of Information Council are again reacting with strong opposition. Mike McCabe, founder of Blue Jean Nation.
They can't be trusted with the open records law because they've shown before that they want to gut it, and then they back off and they say, okay, we're not gonna mess with it, and what do we find out? They've been right back at drafting legislation again.
McCabe and others say with this new revelation, they will be vigilant to be sure Vos doesn't attempt to slip the legislation in again. McCabe claims the Republican-controlled legislature still wants to write their own rules.
They want to be able to keep their own business secret. The problem is it's not their business. It's the public's business. They are doing the public's business. And if they're not comfortable doing that out in the open, in the light of day, then they don't belong in public office.
The legislation Vos's staff was just caught working on would allow the legislature to make its own rules about which records are open and which are not, something Vos and others say is important to protect the privacy of citizens who communicate with legislators. McCabe says the public has never suggested there's any such issue.
The only thing the public can do is remain very vigilant and keep an eye on these jokers because they don't seem to be willing to get the message that the public wants transparency in the way the legislature conducts business.
McCabe echoes the sentiments of Bill Leaders, president of the Wisconsin Freedom of Information Council, who calls the renewed attempt brazen and despicable.
And it's offensive that we have elected officials who are hostile to that idea that the public has a right to know how the public's business is being done.
For Public News Service, I'm Tim Morrissey reporting.